Hey guys, GNT here, and goodness, it's been like 2 weeks, but it feels like it's been a month since the last episode. Like they skipped a week. It ruined my week last week because I had nothing to do. I mean, I could have watched the Gundam show, but I just don't care anymore. Anywho, not gonna worry about that. Before I start talking about this episode of Shinchou Yuusha, we're gonna just quickly address something that after I finished the video for the week before last, because there was one last week. Can't stress that enough. We can't be skipping weeks. After that video, I was like, Rista, and I said, like, her name is Restart. And then I thought about it. I was like, that's clever. A goddess named Restart. Like, it's not pronounced Restart, but that's basically what it is. She's like, Rista. But it's clever. It's really clever. But here's the thing. Because Seiya, it doesn't seem like he actually died, and he's not being reincarnated or reborn in this other world. It's a little weird for her to be called Restart, because she's not restarting his life. She's just kind of bringing him over. But hey, it's whatever. I still think it's a clever thing, and more stuff needs to do some junk like that. Oh goodness. So, anywho, let's go ahead and get on to talking about this here episode, because it was dope. I really enjoyed it. It just, I don't know if it's because we skipped a week or not, but this felt really good. Because, like, the episode starts from the dang War Master being a baby. Because, let's be honest. Well, I'm going to be honest here with me, because I don't know how you guys feel. But, well, I was going to say I watch a lot of stuff, but I don't watch a lot of stuff. I read a lot of manga. And when you read a lot of manga, typically stuff starts to blend together. So when it came to this show, because I missed a week of it, well, it didn't come on last week, but I'm still not over that. The thing is, I kind of forgot what happened. Oh goodness, I had forgot about the whole Valkyrie thing and all that jazz. Forgot about the dude turning into a baby, so when it started and he was a baby, I was like, oh yeah, that did happen. Oh goodness. So then my brain started clicking and working itself again, and I was like, oh yes, this, that, and that, and then I remembered everything. I also remembered how I thought that he was a bad guy in the last episode, and apparently I was right. I was right. I'm always right. Of course. I am never wrong. You should always believe me, because I'm always right. Anywho. Yeah, so, here's the thing. This episode, as far as actual plot movement goes, a lot of it was just battle and exploration. And none of it was actual moving on besides the battle. So, that's your meat of this episode. Everything else was just a side dish helping you get there. It's like, we got this steak here, but you might need a little bit extra with it. So we're gonna have the rest of this stuff that we explained in the episode, like how the War Master apparently admires the Demon King, Demon Lord. He's a king or lord in this, whatever, who cares? It's the same thing basically. But how basically he went to fight the Demon Lord King, Kami. Oh, super Kami Demon Lord. He went to go and fight it, and somehow he felt as if he was a baby in the presence of the Demon Lord, and that was weirdly explained. I don't know if it was like some weird translation error or something, but he turned into a baby when he went to face the Demon Lord because of the gap in power or something. Doesn't make any sense. But then again, when does a lot of stuff in this show make sense? Actually, most of it makes sense. So, ignore me. But, turned into a baby, and that's when the people came and found him and brought him back. And apparently, since, that moment, he was evil. It's that simple. There's no bigger meaning to it. There was no journey to his evilness. He just saw a demon lord and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna follow that guy. So, he explains how they have a sword, well, a weapon called the Chain Destruction, and it made me think about a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Like, isn't that a Yu-Gi-Oh card, Chain Destruction? Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh in a minute. It's been a little while, so might be a little fuzzy on that. I remember Kunai with Chain, but I think Chain Destruction is a card. It's gotta be. Come on. Anywho, distracted again. I'm sorry. I'm always getting distracted because that's what I do. I get distracted. It is what it is. It's become who I am. A man that is easily distracted. Mostly by anime. Anywho, back to the episode. Let's not talk about the deeper, darker secrets of my soul. Let's get on with how he apparently was given this weapon by the Demon Lord, which I need explanations. I'm sorry. I'm that guy that likes to know details on junk. Cause the whole turn into a baby thing, that's not a good enough explanation. The whole him having the weapon thing and this little orb that gives him extra power. It's like, I'd like to know when you were given these things, cause the one time you went out there and got turned into a freaking baby, how would you have been able to hide the sword and the orb? So clearly you weren't given those things then. So when did they give you the stuff? When did you have time to receive it? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm that guy. I need to know things, and it bothers me a little bit. Doesn't take away from how entertaining this episode was, or how weird the actual sword was. It like, he pulled out the sword and it grew tentacles, and I've seen enough off-brand anime to know where this is going. And Seiya came and showed up and stopped it, and it was like, well, we can't have that much fun here. I thought we were going somewhere else with this. There were tentacles, and they had her tied up, and it was just, we're having a good time for a second there. But then you get back to your typical show. Seiya shows up, he chops the tentacles, and instead of doing what I'm sure Rista expected him to do, like catch her, he went into battle and she fell head first into the ground. It was hilarious. It's lovely. Like, that's the best thing about this show. No matter how serious it gets, you can still have moments like that just completely take you away from the seriousness of the situation. So yeah, like, the War Master was like, oh, so you must have great intuition or some junk. And he's like, no, I thought, what if? Perhaps, if this demon lord had obtained a weapon to kill a goddess, maybe he gave it to this guy. Who knows? Perhaps this, and perhaps that. Perhaps he's actually evil. Perhaps he plans on killing my goddess. Perhaps he's my enemy. Maybe I should go back. And I guess somewhere along the lines he picked up Rosalie and brought her there so she could see it, so, it wouldn't be any of that, oh, you killed my father, I need revengeance type of thing, So, anywho, then we get to the actual stake of this episode. Him fighting the War Master, who used a freaking orb from a demon, and from a demon lord, and it restored his youth. His long hair. And his power. And they had a battle, and apparently, I don't know, because, again, going with this show, with the way it's been going, you never know exactly how strong Seiya really is. Cause like he was he was doing his moves and whatnot, and dude's like, aha, you're not strong enough. I have what did he say? He what's the word that he used? My goodness. My brain's not thinking at the moment. Like sometimes it just cuts off. What did he say? I have acquired it or something? I don't remember. Acclimated? Attained? It was something with an A though. But the point is, he figured out the moves. And he was able to fight him then, you know, stop his moves and whatnot. So, Seiya pulled a Goku. I never saw this coming. Like, oh, that's why I love this show. It always does some stuff that I don't see coming, even when it does stuff that I did see coming. I saw the freaking War Master being evil, but I didn't see Seiya pulling a Goku. He was like, hold on a second. Pulls up his sleeves. He's like, let me take off these weights. Like, da. It was like, you ever seen a hood fight? Like, you see a black chick go into a hood fight and she like pulls off her earrings, her rings on her fingers, the things on her arms, the bangles and whatnot. It was like that. Cause he had so many of them. He was like, do. Cause you only saw a few on each arm, right? But as he was pulling them off, they just kept stacking up on the ground. I don't know where they were coming from, but there was a ton of them there. And he just tap. I was like, man. And he said, give me my platinum sword plusu. And he went to town. Because apparently he learned all the techniques of those goddesses. Oh, goodness. And then he added his freaking phoenix on top of it. But he didn't say the full word. I don't know. But it was whatever. But it was great. That was a glorious battle to watch. He got his arm chopped off. And transformed, my goodness, transferred the damage to the War Master, which just friggin', I was gonna say destroyed, but it just chopped off his arm as well. Deleted his arm. No, his arm was still there, but still, it knocked off an arm. That's the point. That's the point here. Great fight. They were just going at it. Like, they made this seem really dire, but because of the way the show is, in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking, yeah, Seiya has a thing going. He has a thing here that he can do. He's not using all of his power. And that's how it always is. Like, you sitting there doing all the fighting and they're swinging and junk. And Rista is like, hey, Elalu, do your status buff thing on him. Make him faster. And she's like, it's not possible. I've already done it. I swear I've seen that in so many other animes. But it was great here. It's like, I've already cast it before we came in. Oh, goodness. I'm telling you, this was a magnificent episode. We're going back to 5s out of 5s. I don't know if I've ever went 5. I don't know if I've ever went below 5 while talking about this show, but we're going back to 5 out of 5s. But yeah, he lost the arm. And then that took the War Master's arm. And Seiya, clearly being more powerful, just does his Phoenix Thrust. Boom, hits him. End of battle. It was glorious. So, I don't know, it's just, they did a marvelous job with this. Also, the whole arm chopping thing, it was like a sacrifice for the move from Valkyrie, because, you know, we saw last episode, which did hurt her thug thistle. It like made her bleed from everywhere, so you gotta have a blood sacrifice. No? Nothing? Okay, anywho, you've gotta sacrifice some junk to be able to do the move, which, you know, counters with damage and whatnot and stuff. So, and then he does the Phoenix Thrust, boom, end of battle. So, here's my thing. I don't know exactly, well, nobody knows exactly how strong Seiya is, but clearly, he's way more powerful than this War Master. Like, I'm certain there's probably some other way he could have done this, but it's whatever. I don't trust it. I'm sorry. I don't trust anything going on with Seiya, because he's always so much more powerful than whatever he's doing at the moment. So I don't think he was at his limits or anything in this battle. It's whatever. But they heal his arm and whatnot. And then he tells them to heal the War Master. And, Rosalie goes over there. He's like, go talk to your dad. She didn't want to, so he gave her the slap treatment again. He just recovered his arm, so I believe he used the other one. Because, he had to work up his pimp hand, make sure it was strong and whatnot. Giving them slaps. And that was that. She went over there with her dad crying and whatnot. And then they were like 3 days later he died. And Rosalie's taking over the throne and whatnot. And they're like, she'll be a great leader. And I was like, the flip? No. What I said was, what the duck? No, that's not what I said. Why is my voice auto-correcting me? What the duck? What the duck? Gosh darn it. Anywho. I was like, wait a second. A couple episodes ago, she was sending people to their deaths to prove a point. Because she just said, hey, we're going to fight this guy to the death. It's like, wait a second. No. She went out there on her own to die to prove a point. That she didn't need the hero. She's not going to be a great leader. She's going to get everybody killed. But, it's whatever. Who cares, right? Who cares? Because I guess they're saying, without the Demon Lord around, she'll be fine. Because you can't send anybody to go get killed. Because there won't be anybody to fight. Ugh. Whatever. Anywho, we get to the end of this episode. Seiya's kind of been out for like 3 days, apparently. I think they said. He was quite asleep. And Rista was talking about, why don't you guys go and have fun at the casino and do blah 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 and have fun while he's asleep, before this training freak wakes up and all this different stuff she called him. And also this has nothing to do with the plot or the story, but when they showed Rosalie in that dress, she was looking extra hot, extra fine, and I just thought I should mention that. Anywho, back to Rista insulting Seiya. She was just talking all that noise, talking that good stuff. That's not what I was trying to say. Dang autocorrect. But while she was making all this noise, he was just sitting up there behind her. And then they kind of cut away from the scene, so I don't know what he did to her, but afterwards she was just acquiescing to his every whim, so, hey, he must have put that hurting on her or something. Because she was kneeling to him and everything. And then you get something unexpected from him, which I'm sure is going to lead to something. He's like, why don't you guys, before we go train, go to the casino and have some fun or whatever the flip you want to do. And, it kind of threw them off. It threw me off. But here's my thing, because at the end, he was saying, like, I'm going to go and pick up some junk, some synthesis materials. So when he walked off in that alley by himself, I was like, oh, so I'm wondering if this is actually gonna be them really doing some fun junk, or did he send them somewhere so he could go and do something else? Because there's always something else going on in the background with Seiya because of his overly cautious nature. So I'm assuming he's going to do some other junk that he doesn't want them to be a part of. I don't know. It's what it is. We'll have to wait until the next episode to see, and hopefully we won't have a break in between it, because I think next Wednesday is Christmas. No joke though. I think next Wednesday is Christmas. Let me check real quick. Yes it is. Damn it. Hey, I did not autocorrect that time. Oh, goodness. Yeah, so we probably won't get an episode next week. Probably have another freaking skip. Wonderful. I hope not, because that'd be a great Christmas gift to see the next episode. But I'm gonna stop this here, and I hope to see you guys next time. Let me know what you thought about this in the comments below. Peace out, and have a great ducking day.